A very good afternoon, good morning, good day to you all. My name is Jean the Blessed. If you're new on my channel, welcome. If you're new on my Facebook page, welcome. The reason why I'm doing a pre-recorded video today is because of load shedding. You know, I'm based in South Africa and we are having terrible load shedding schedule. And because of that, the time that I need to do or plan to do my live video is the time that I don't have electricity. So to make sure that I deliver my content on time on the specific day, I'm going to be doing moving forward a lot of pre-recorded videos. I know there is a huge difference between a live video and a pre-recorded video, but what is important is to get the information. So I've done part 1 of the interview questions, which I'm going to start with today. I did number 1 to 10 of the most basic interview questions or most complicated interview questions, which are asked during the interview. So I'm going to start with that. I did number 1 to 10, and then I'll proceed to the end of the questions, okay, to those that missed the video. Please, if you are new to my channel, subscribe. If you have subscribed, please make sure you click the notification button so that every time I upload a video, you don't miss out. You are well aware of what's happening. And share the video with others so that many can benefit. They say you lose nothing by sharing with others. You actually benefit because when you help someone, good things also happen back to you. So with that, let's move to our interview questions. And number 1, tell us more about yourself. Like I said, this is the usual question that is mostly asked. And when they ask you to tell them more about yourself, they are not ask you to tell you more about your children, your sexual orientation, things like that. They want to know more about you as an employee, okay? So let's give you a practical example of how you can answer this question. You can answer this question by saying, I'm a hard worker, I'm passionate, I'm consistent, and very disciplined. Let's go to question number 2. Why do you think you are the best candidate for the job? You can answer this question by saying, I'm a very committed worker, I love challenges, and I have the will to succeed. I am a motivated person, and I have the ability to learn very fast, which will facilitate my training period. In other words, you have answered that whole question in full. Let's go to question number 3. Why do you apply, or why did you apply for this job or for this position? You can answer by saying, I applied for this position because I'm looking for a job. That's good answer number 1. You are indeed looking for a job. I want to advance my career or experience a new position that allows me to grow as a person and in my career as well, or as an employee. So I want to advance my career or gain experience in a position that allows me to grow as a person or as an employee. As a person, you can say as an individual and as an employee as well, which means you want to grow financially as well as your career path growth. Let's go to question number 4. What are your strengths? You can answer this question by saying, I can work under a lot of pressure. I'm an amazing problem solver. I'm a persistent person and I don't give up very easily. I'm very dependable. I can make good decisions under a lot of pressure. Which means you're a very good decision maker. I'm able to work with little or no supervision. I'm willing to learn new things. I'm easy to adapt, very friendly, very reliable. I'm very expressive and punctual. You know, you have touched all areas. You don't need supervision. You are easy to learn. You adapt very well. You are a friendly person. You are reliable, which is a dependable person. You are an expressive person, which means you can express yourself very well. And you are a very punctual person. And you can solve problems quicker. And you don't panic when a problem is thrown at you. And then let's go to the other question. What is your biggest weakness? You can answer this question by saying, I can be too committed to my work and don't spend enough time with other social activities. I work too hard and I care too much, or I care a lot about my work. In other words, you're telling them you're a hardworking employee who focuses on his or her work, and you don't have, like you are not much interested in social activities like social media, etc. Who doesn't love an employee that loves to do their work and don't spend time on the phone? I do. Let's go to question number 6. Do you prefer to work independently or in a team? That's another tricky question again. Do you prefer working alone or working with others? On this one, you must be very clever because they are trying to find out your personality as well. On this one, simply say, I love both. I love to work with others and I also enjoy working alone. Because if you say I love to work alone, that means you cannot be a team player. Where do you work alone without other people? It's impossible. So you must be a team player and you must also be able to work alone without others, which is very good. How do you handle stress or pressure? Another very important question in an interview. You can answer this one by saying, I work very well under pressure because I prepare for it before it comes. I try to stay calm as possible so that I can focus on the job to be done. I prioritize my responsibility so that I have a clear idea of what is needed or what needs to be done. That alone will help me to effectively manage my pressure. What are you trying to tell them? You are trying to tell them that when your pressure comes, you are calm, you prepare your work in advance so that when pressure comes, you are not in a upside down mood. You prepare your work. You prepare for the pressure before it comes and you stay as calm as possible, which is key number 1. You prioritize your responsibilities and you are proactive. In other words, you're trying to say, I'm proactive and you work, which will help you. Being proactive will help you to manage your pressure and helps you to work effectively. Let's go to another tricky question. What is your salary requirement? You can answer this one if you have researched your market-related salary, or you can say, I'm expecting to get a job offer that is realistic and reasonable. In other words, you've thrown back the question at them. I'm expecting to get a job offer that is realistic and reasonable. You have thrown it back at them. They must give you a reasonable offer which matches with the job. You have given it back to them in a nice, beautiful way. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? Another tricky one. You can say, my long-term goals involve growing in a company where I can continue to learn and contribute as much of a value as I can. Once I gain additional experience, I would like to move through the ranks of the job. I would like to see myself as an expert of my job description. Answered it beautifully. What is your ideal job would be? Your ideal job. My ideal job would be very challenging but very secure. Who doesn't want a secure job? Who doesn't want a challenging job? But an unchallenging job becomes boring. So everyone loves a challenging job that is also very secure, where you can gain growth as well, where you can grow. Let's go to the questions that I'd never done on part 1. What are your preferred working hours? That's another tricky question. You can say, I'm very, very flexible. Working hours, I'm very, very flexible. I can work in hours. I'm flexible. Night shift, I'm flexible. Day shift, I'm flexible. I'm very, very flexible. Unless you're not flexible, then you can answer. These are my answers, but you can have your own answers as well. But I'm just trying to guide in a way so that you scoop your job. What do other people say about you? You can say they find me very approachable. They call me a workaholic, or they say I'm very passionate about my job. It's, in other words, what do people think about you when you are working, or the people that you work with, what do they call you? I'm very they find me very approachable, which means you are easy to go person. You can help others. You can work with others. People are comfortable with you. You don't want to be a scary person in a job or at work. Then another question you may be asked, why is teamwork important at work? I'm just throwing questions. Why is teamwork so important at work? As people, we think differently, and in those different views, we can get the views that can benefit the project or the job. Teamwork teaches you how to solve work problem. Teamwork helps you also to encourages you to work harder. Teamwork also helps you to handle stress, and it helps you to become a good thinker. When you're surrounded by different minds, people with different thoughts, it makes your mind also broader, and it makes you a good thinker. It makes you, it helps you in problem solving. It helps you to work harder because you see others pushing, or you are pushing, you push others as well. And having different views is always a good idea. And when they say, do you have any questions for us? They normally throw this question at the end of the interview. Do you have any questions for us? They are asking you if you've got any questions you would like to ask them. Then yes, you can ask by first asking, how much time do I have? Do you see my skills contributing to this company? Yes, you're asking them, do you see the skills that I have contributing to this company? Do you think I'm qualified for this job? It helps you, even if you don't get the job, to know in future if you're applying for this position, if you're really qualified for the job or not. They are the ones that are the recruiters. They can tell you, maybe you can add this. And from those questions, from that question, you can also see where you are standing, before the interview ends. And how soon could I start? Every employer or recruiter wants to know that you really want to start and you are willing and you are ready. How soon could I start? So don't be shy at the end of the interview to ask questions regarding your job. So my family, my followers and everyone else, these are random questions. You can add yours, and before you go to an interview, get prepared. Before you go to an interview, make sure you are ready for it. Go through the internet, look for random questions, find out how to answer those questions, because they may throw the questions differently at you. But basically the questions that I've given you are more or less some of the questions that are asked in an interview, whether it's in person, whether it's virtual. They normally ask more or less the same, trying to find out who you are, where you are standing, what is your position. And remember, what they're trying to find out is the CV they received. Is it matching with the person that is talking in front of them? So whether it's on the phone, whether it's virtually, or whether it's in person, they are still trying to find out more about you to make sure that you are matching with the CV that you send to them, to see it's really the same person. So be sure to be aware of your CV. Make sure you know everything that is on your CV before you go to an interview. I hope this video helped someone. It's going to help someone because it's going to be uploaded on YouTube. It's on YouTube for so many years to come. So it will help somebody one day. It will help you today. It will help you tomorrow. Always come back and find out. Don't use the same answers that I've given, but put them in your own words. Write them down. Put them in your own words so that you find a nice way of answering those questions for you. With that, thank you so much for watching this video. May God bless you. Have a great, blessed day, afternoon, evening. God bless you. And all the best with your job interview. All the best with your job search. May God meet you at your point of need, and may the good Lord bless you. I'm out. My name is Jean the Blessed. Please don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow me on my Facebook channel. My name is Jean the Blessed on Facebook, Jean the Blessed on YouTube, Jean the Blessed on Instagram. God bless you. I love you very much. I'm out.